we're just going to do a quick love check-in. I got some cards for you. We're going to find out why they're here. First of all, the Justice and the King of Swords reversed. I don't really like this energy. So we're going to find out why that's there. King of Swords in reverse. There, it could be some harsh language or words exchanged. Why is the King of Swords here in reverse? The High Priestess. Okay. Could be a Pisces energy, but I feel like Sagittarius, you deserve to be treated better. I think that you know that there's somebody out there who's maybe using harsh words, gossiping, or this could even be you. What's going on here? The Hermit. So to be honest with you, I feel like you could be in a space of reclusiveness. Maybe you're not spending a lot of time with other people, and I think that's got people feeling like some kind of way here. Focus on the people around Saggy. What are their thoughts and intentions? The person that's around Saggy. This is what it is. Ace of Cups. I feel like people really do want you to be around. It's like they're bad-mouthing your name or being rude or mean, but deep down, they want to be around you. Ace of Cups. So if I feel like Saggies, you guys are free spirits, you know, and I don't know if people ever talk about this with Sagittarius, but you guys are driven. You're driven. You're very, very driven. And I feel like there could be some people who are intimidated by that, or who are just wanting more of your time here. We have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? I feel like even if people are maybe like challenging you, let's say challenging you, there is some sense of people wanting to offer you things. Regardless of this energy. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Some of you guys could feel as though money has been coming in slowly, and your focus maybe isn't on relationships right now. I think people notice that. It's like people are noticing that your energies or your goals are more important than spending time with people. Two of Wands. We have a Cyclops here coming out. I'm going to read for you the Two of Wands and the Tarot of the Divine, one of my new favorite decks here. Cyclops, Two of Wands. I feel like, Saggy, I feel like right now, you're just like a trailblazer right now. And if you haven't gotten into this mode yet, this is something that I think that you're going to be doing here in the future with the Two of Wands there. I almost always see the Two of Wands as somebody who's planning for expansion in their career, their business. There's some kind of expansion going on here in your future with the Two of Wands, the Cyclops energy. And I do feel like people could be missing your presence, missing your energy right now. And that could be having them feel some type of way. I wouldn't let that bother you. You guys have other things on your mind, and it's totally fine to prioritize yourself and your goals in life. Two of Wands, Cyclops energy. Okay, so this is Janus. It is a Roman mythology from Italy. The Two of Wands represents travel and commerce. Janus, the god of doorways and transition, is able to look to the past and the future in order to make effective decisions. This card here. He is always in motion, connecting dreams with actual possibilities, and I feel like that's you right here doing that. Hello, Sagittarius trailblazers, and you're just doing you right now. And I feel like some people in comparison, they don't know how to handle it. They probably feel less than in comparison to you and your trailblazing energy, right? Decisions, travel, business opportunity, future planning, cooperation. That's what you're about right now. Portus World says, I'm a Capricorn. What's your rising sign? Because let's just say you paid someone, an astrologer, to do your natal chart. They're going to look at your rising and your moon. They'll take a look at your sun sign, rising sign, moon sign. It's very important in astrology. You guys are a trailblazer. And yeah, okay, there is probably some people who want your energy right now, but you have the burden of responsibility on your shoulders. You're trying to plant some trees out there. You're trying to make something out of nothing. You're trying to turn lemons into lemonade. And I think that you feel the pressure, the weight of it. Like, I want to do everything at once. I want to be there for everybody. But you can't. You can't. What's that saying? Attention goes where energy flows, or energy flows where attention goes. Basically, what you're putting your attention to, your energy into, put it all into one, because you can't put it into 10 different baskets at once. And I know that it's the holiday season, right? And I think that you feel the weight of that right now, because it's like you have your goals, but the family also is there. So I feel like you're trying to kind of spread yourself sort of thin right now during this holiday season. We have the Tower in reverse. And I feel like a lot of you guys could be putting out fires. Hi, me, please, I'm Libra. Hey, Fauzi, make sure you come to my lives. On the weekends, I do free questions for subscribers. So if you have a tarot question and maybe you don't have the budget to pay for a reading, all you got to do is subscribe to my channel and come to my live. You'll have to turn on the notifications though, because I pop up on here willy-nilly. Sagittarius is trying to put out fires. Hi! So I'll say this all the time. If you're pulled to a reading, it doesn't matter the sign, because we have 12 signs in our natal charts. We have every single sign in our natal chart. And sometimes you don't have planets in a certain sign, but that doesn't mean that the reading won't relate to you. Signs and synchronicities comes in all type of ways. How y'all doing out there? Where y'all tuning in from? Saggy. Like to what my in-laws want from us. January 17th. You're on the cusp. January, let me see. I feel like that's Capricorn Aquarius energy. Yes, so January 17th, your sun is in the cusp of Capricorn Aquarius. I used to read for the cusp signs. Some of you guys are trying to put out fires. I feel like there's this energy of, I want to be generous with my time. I want to be around my family, even if they're haters, because deep down they really want to be around me. But I have some shit to do. I've got a business to plan. I've got travel. I've got fun. Whatever, because, Sagittarius fire energy is a go-getter. You go after this stuff. And you're not going to let family and their drama stop you, right? You got to put out these fires with the Tower in reverse. Calm down, people. I've got stuff to do. That doesn't mean that I won't make time to see you. And Andromeda says, you have 3 fires to put out. For sure, I hear that. And I said this, I think, in my last live, and I got this from this Buddhist practitioner. Sometimes I go to the Buddhist temple. And he said, sometimes when people challenge you, or they're trying to trigger you, or they want to talk shit, or whatever it is they're trying to do, just put some mashed potatoes in your mouth, or whatever food that you like. You don't need to react to whatever their drama is. You don't need to react to it. I did it. I'm a subscriber. Now read for me, please. Hi, Fuzzy Ben. Doesn't work that way. Make sure you come out this weekend, okay? I'm going to do the free questions on Sunday. If you really need a reading, it's $20 for a Celtic Cross, $5 per question. Please tell me why my in-laws want from us. $5 for a question. What sign am I most compatible with? If you want to know about synastry, I suggest you download one of those apps, one of the astrology apps. And there's one where you can bond with someone and it'll show you synastry. Synastry is natal chart compatibility. That's what it's called, synastry. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but you got to look, if you want to know if someone's compatible with you, look at their rising sign, look at your rising sign, and look at the opposite. For example, my rising sign in tropical is Cancer. So I would get along best with my opposite, which is Capricorn rising. So my Cancer rising is compatible with Capricorn rising. Andromeda says, I feel that message is for me. Just keep my mouth shut. Yeah, no worries. Absolutely. If you're called to a message, you're called to a message. But it sounds like you're putting out a lot of fires. Hi, lady. Hi. Are you in London? Oh, God, I love London. Why are you in my chat then if you hate fake witches? You can go. Bye. Bye. Oh my God. People just want to get my goat. Eat the mashed potatoes. Eat the mashed potatoes. You're welcome. As far as witchcraft goes, I don't really believe it does anything. I just posted a mantra for abundance, and I wonder if it works. So you guys try it out. Tell me if it works, because sometimes I think all of it's fake. I think if you really want something to happen, you just have to go after it. And I do think that affirmations, spells, and prayers, affirmations and mantras are all actually the same thing. Journaling, it's all the same thing, you guys. So you can call it prayers, you can call it spell casting, you can call it mantras, you can call it affirmations. All it is hyping yourself up. That's really all it is. How am I putting fires? You want to know how you're putting out fires? I literally just told you how. Eat mashed potatoes. That's it. Don't have a reaction. That's just my advice. It isn't even really tarot. Because if you have a cool and calm presence, then it's going to highlight the other people's issues. Having no reaction highlights other people's issues all the time. Because if they're trying to start shit, it's about them. It's not about you. And you can lean into it. The Tower in reverse. The Tower in reverse is always putting out fires. Always. Three of Pentacles. Cooperation, compassion. And I'm going to bring it back to Buddhism like I always do. Because in Buddhism, you don't have to be a Buddhist to practice compassion. If you have anger, practice compassion. Be compassionate to people. Be gentle with people, because you never know what they're going through. And if they're angry, they're suffering. To be human is to suffer. That's like the first law in Buddhism. To be human is to suffer. And when we meditate, or when we have no reaction to people's annoyingness or whatever, instead we have compassion that kind of teaches other people how to act. Because I feel like we don't know how to use our right words when we get triggered. Hi, lady. Pisces chap. Pisces chap? I'm Pisces in tropical astrology. What do you when your compassion runs out? I hear what you're saying. I feel like what you're saying is that you have caregiver burnout. And that just means that you're avoiding your own feelings. And sit with your feelings. Sit with your feelings. Recharge. Compassion never really ends. I feel like what happens is that you're just kind of avoiding your own feelings. So have compassion with yourself first. That's kind of number one. Because if you have deep feelings of resentment, anger, you're suffering. And that needs to be addressed. And the only way to address it is to sit with it. And I love journaling for that, because it helps to get things off your chest without projecting onto someone else. Because that's how we get into these dramas. That's how we start these fires in the first place. Is because we're not in touch with ourselves or with our own feelings. We don't have compassion for ourselves or what's going on with ourselves. It sounds easy, but it's not. Like simple idea. But It's not an easy thing to always do. Cooperation, though. So, Three of Pentacles is collaboration, cooperation, and learning when to ask for help, too. Because sometimes you just want to sit with someone. And for me, I go to groups, I go support groups, I go to temple. I'll sit with other people, you know, sit in quiet meditation and contemplation with other people. Because you're right, if you don't have compassion for yourself, or if you're drained, it's going to be that much harder to not have a reaction. I have reactions every day, even though I know not to. The Hierophant in reverse. And it took me a long time to find spirituality, because I rejected any kind of religion. And I still have my own belief. You have to find your own way. You have to find your own way. With the Hierophant here, not having a community, not having a belief system, thinking that you're alone in the world, that all can make you feel lost and kind of lead you to surround yourself with the wrong people. 100%. And I don't preach to people. I'm not going to say you have to be Buddhist, you have to be Catholic, you have to be Jewish, you have to practice the law of attraction. You have to find your own way. And I learned all this myself by going to the Buddhist temple. Because they'll tell you, the Buddhists will tell you, I'm not going to tell you to believe in God and goddesses. I'm not going to tell you not to believe in them. You have to find your own way. You have to find your own belief system. Yeah, be the shining example for other people. Page of Wands in reverse. And it's really hard because you will be challenged. Whatever your sign is, Page of Wands in reverse, you're going to be challenged. You're going to be tested every day. You could get bad news. You could have somebody message you something mean or rude. I know for me, whenever I get a spam text or a spam call or email, I get really upset. And I have a reaction to it. But instead, we're supposed to say thank you. Thank you for this lesson. Thank you for this, because it's going to teach me how to be better. It's going to teach me how to protect myself more. Things like that, right? Because and that's a real world example. We all deal with spam texts and spam emails. And what do we do about it? And things like that. We're going to be tested on a daily. Nine of Swords, and it brings about a lot of anxiety, and those are just thoughts in the head. And I had to understand what anxiety was. What is it? What does it do to our body? Anxiety is fear of things happening in the future. It's a fear, and these things haven't happened yet. But we have a fear of it happening, and that in itself can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, because where attention goes, energy flows. I said that before. If you're constantly in fear of something bad happening, it's going to happen. And you don't really have to look very hard for it, right? You don't. I can see the spam text as, oh, shoot, my information was leaked on the internet, and catastrophize it. But nothing's happened. It's there. Information is out there. I don't need to catastrophize it and have anxiety about it, that something really bad is going to happen now, because that's not going to help. It's not going to help. I can just sit with it, realize this is the reality, make a joke about it, and try and think good thoughts about it. Because the more that you suffer, the more everyone around you is going to suffer. And it shows. The whole vibration resonance thing, I feel like a lot of people used to make fun of it. But it's real. You give off a certain energy. People can read your mind simply by looking at your body language. How do you mentally recover from a very toxic relationship? So that one's hard. Yeah, that takes a lot of time. I've had toxic relationships, and it definitely took me years to get out of it. You need support. You need support. For sure, you need support. Go to support groups. Meditation was helpful for me. Therapy. Yeah, definitely time. But I mean, there could be 5 years that go by from a toxic relationship and you still having anxiety, panic attacks, stuff like that. Nick Kraft says whiskey. I got sober myself, actually. Substance abuse was part of my toxic relationship story. And in shamanism or spirituality, anything like that, in a spiritual awakening, is removing substances. I still have my own vices that I use, but yeah, the way I got out of it was by working through the issues that got me there in the first place. Because believe it or not, as I was saying before, we choose these relationships. Yeah, I'm still here. I thought I was going to die in that relationship. I really did. But the thing is that I chose that relationship with my vibration, with my energy, with my unhealed trauma. That's why I said before, if you don't have compassion for yourself, you're definitely not going to have compassion for anyone else. And if you're in that frequency, that vibration of anxiety, low self-worth, low self-esteem, then you're going to attract something that's going to make you feel that way because it's going to feel comfortable for you. It's a pattern. It's a recognition pattern. So you have to kind of go back in time a little bit and find out what led you there in the first place. Aries, huh? Sweet. All right, let me see here. We have the Five of Swords talking about toxic relationships. And so the Five of Swords is an energy of doing what it takes at all costs to get ahead. And I feel like that's the very definition of a toxic relationship, right? Like, I'll do whatever it takes to keep this person in my life, even manipulate them or put them down. The Magician and the Queen of Swords. I had to get into the Queen of Swords energy to manifest a better life for myself. The Queen of Swords energy is a logical thinker. So, yeah, we kind of got off topic a little bit. But I love these talks with you guys. And I'm going to probably get on out of here. I'm going to do an oracle card for you guys. And then if you do, I know a lot of you guys wanted me to answer questions. I'm always available for paid readings. But the weekends are when I do the free questions. Let's get an oracle card for the Saggies or for everybody who came out. Porter's World says sorry. Oh, no need to be sorry. It's good to talk with you guys. We have the Angel of Freedom. I am always free to choose love, independence, and creativity. Yes, you are free to choose what you want, especially if you're a fire sign, because we're in the Saggy energy. Be free, be happy, and don't let others bring you down, because if you came to this reading, you're a trailblazer and you've got stuff to do. You can't let those fires stop you. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on out of here, but yes, subscribe, come to the free questions for subscribers live that I do every weekend. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this reading elevated your consciousness in some type of way, shape, or form. See you later. Have a great day.